In Endeavor Deep Sea, you lead an environmental research initiative exploring the ocean's deep mysteries and helping to conserve its precious balance. As your adventure unfolds, the squad of specialists you assemble will bring the skills you'll need to discover new zones of interest in the ocean. Travel far and deep in your sophisticated undersea vessels. Dive to gather valuable research. Complete critical conservation projects to protect the sea and generate positive impact. And journal your observations to gain advantages and promote your team members. Develop your attributes of reputation, inspiration, coordination, and ingenuity, tailoring your capabilities to your strategy. Fans of the Endeavor series will recognize its signature gameplay engine and exquisite pacing. It propels you into a new and captivating environment that reveals itself differently in each game. And you'll be equipped with a whole new set of actions for interacting with the wonders of the deep. Every time you set sail, you'll choose one of many scenarios, each with its own unique rules, setup, scoring goals, and impact board. Every single scenario can be played competitively, cooperatively, or as a solo mission. However you play, your mission remains the same. You must make a positive environmental impact for future generations. The health of the sea and our world hangs in the balance. Pack your gear, prepare your crew, and plunge into Endeavor Deep Sea.
Good morning, Scrappers! This is Tommy, and you're listening to Radio Old London. Today we open our broadcast with our column, Survival After the White Death Day. Choose your side carefully. Each faction has its own leader and special abilities. Enlist new Scrappers to help your faction complete the missions the Purebred hand out. Our buildings are buried deep in the snow, but the roofs are exposed and contain the most precious areas in the city. Climb to the tops, thanks to your companion skills, to conquer those useful outposts. There is strength in numbers. Never forget to be in the majority against your opponents. With this, you can succeed. The resources you collect are priceless to the greedy purebreds. But also know, they will increase your faction's effectiveness, and without them, you can't hope to survive. Don't worry, markets are found in hidden corners throughout the city, offering everything you'll need. Make the most of the drones provided by the purebreds, and don't miss a chance to use their superior tech. Be assured, at the end of the day, you'll return to your refuge cold and exhausted, but you'll be satisfied with your results. Your faction depends on you. But be careful. Don't become a creature of habit. That road leads to failure. Every workday should see a different area of the city.
The time has come! The hunt for the Runar has begun! Choose your warriors from the crowd of mercenaries, outcasts, and cutthroats who flock to you in search of glory and riches!
But choose wisely. Having the strongest Viking at your service won't be enough. The power of your warband will depend on the synergy between the capabilities of your fighters.
It's time for action! Here comes Frida, the master of deception, getting ready to make her move.
She pushes away that old brander who is defending a runic gem with his old bones.
Frida claims the gem for her clan.
But wait! Now Frida calls Bjorn the Bear Man into action!
A direct blow! It's time for the old fart to go to Valhalla!
He may be old, but he's snappy like a wolf. And now with a kick on the Bjorn falls into a trap.
It's not over yet! Brander unleashes his special ability!
For the sake of Odin, he's burning them!
Wow! This game seems really easy to learn!
But mastering its secrets is a tough challenge!
Beware! The deadly enemies are entering the battlefield!
But Orvar eats Jotun giants for breakfast and claims the gem!
The Walrus clan is building a statue to praise the Aesir gods!
Now, with the blessing of Odin, the Blue clan takes the lead and wins this game!
Look at tiny Helga! She's leveling up!
She will be more powerful for the rest of the game campaign!
Wow! Ebby has conquered Thor's hammer, the Mjolnir!
The Walrus clan can now forge new items for the fighters!
Eric will be unstoppable with this cloak!
Whoa!
What's going on?
An icy rain is storming the battleground!
By Odin's beard!
A huge shadow is rising from the fog!
It's a troll!
Our brave Vikings may have won a battle,
But not the war!
join the campaign, and conquer the Runner!
Folk of Harrow County captured the witch and put her to death. But Hester Beck did not die easily. Years later, a young girl was born out of that same tree. As Emmy grew, she felt connected to the land and its inhabitants, townsfolk, and the Haints. Harrow County, the game of Gothic conflict, is a 1 versus 1 asymmetric game where you can either play as Emmy and her protectors who are trying to rescue townsfolk and lead them to safety, or as the vile, undying family who seek to destroy Harrow County using mystical storms to obliterate everything in their path. To improve their abilities, protectors collect tokens to extend their tracks, while the family uses the same tokens as a bag-building game. Combat is resolved using a unique cube tower that's built into the game box. But this isn't where our story ends. No one was prepared for another hidden faction to emerge. A third player can enter the fray as the witch, Hester Beck, who controls the roots of the tree, using them to infect the Haints. While the other players still retain control of infected Haints, Hester's evil influence slowly spreads as she tries to come back to life and eat the other legends to gain back her power. Harrow County, the game of gothic conflict from Off the Page Games, is a thematic, tactical game of territory control and enemy elimination to determine the fate of Harrow County.
For centuries, Weirdwood Manor has stood at the nexus of our real world and the magical Fey realm. Ruled over by the enigmatic Lady Weirdwood, it is a place of magic, mystery, and wonder. Her stalwart wardens oversee the balance between worlds, keeping the forces of darkness in check. But when an evil like never before breaks through, you and your valiant warden companions must defend Weirdwood Manor at all costs. But time is of the essence, for in Weirdwood Manor, the actions you take advance time, constantly changing the paths between rooms and using up precious hours and days you can't afford to lose. You must defeat the Fey monster before time runs out, or before they succeed in their goal. But it won't be easy, with scarabs blocking your path, infesting and blighting rooms. Move throughout the ever-shifting manor as you hunt down your foes and access unique room actions like gaining resources, XP and health, reversing time, or portaling to other rooms. Recruit companions and use their abilities. Use your personal powers to help yourself and other players. Grow in strength as you gain and spend XP and forge battle dice to increase your power. Engage scarabs and the Fey monster in combat, adapting your tactics to suit their unique gameplay and challenges. As you work together, you'll coordinate your actions and manage your time towards ultimate victory. As you endeavor to protect Weirdwood Manor.
The year is 2047, a century of technological revolution. The revolution did happen, just not really the way people thought it would.
Mycelia is a dynamic area control and resource management game, designed for 1 to 4 players and plays for 40 to 60 minutes. It's all about the life cycle of fungi, growing mushrooms to score points, sporing those mushrooms to expand your mycelial network, and eventually seeing them decay to unlock special actions. So let's take a closer look at mycelia. A player has 2 actions to perform on their turn, and only 6 options to choose from. The mother mushroom is your most versatile and useful piece in the game. You can move your mother mushroom up to 2 spaces. This allows you to spore in new locations, collect bonuses, block other mushrooms, and steal other players' spores for your own. The board is created from individual triangle tiles, representing different nutrients and minerals. Each player has the ability to add more tiles on their turn, giving a unique board each time you play. Your mushrooms have a unique set of resource requirements to grow. The spores have to be connected in your mycelial network and must be grown on one of the tiles where a spore was used. The more complex the combination of resources, the higher the points. You can spore from your mother mushroom or one of your fruited mushrooms. The amount you spore is indicated on the card. The direction in which the spores are dispersed is determined by the wind die. Your fruited mushrooms have a lifespan, and once they have spored twice, they now can decay. Reset your token and spore counter and slide the card under your mat. Then perform any bonus actions displayed on the flipped card. Pick up a new mushroom card from the 3 displayed, or take a gamble and pick straight from the deck. This is a battle for space and resources, because you know there's not mushroom. You'll need to grow as many mushrooms as you can to score points, as well as utilising your mother mushroom and decay actions in clever ways to be crowned king or queen of the fungi kingdom. Thanks for taking some time to explore mycelia.
I have a confession to make. I'm an alcoholic.
Why did we end up here? I certainly didn't study the magical arts for years to end up in the middle of this sad province.
Rebecca, my dear, your arts, as well as my science, Valerio's sword, and Sophia's stealth, are now at the service of Rome.
Now we need to decide whether to look for information at the inn or the cottage.
Sophia!
Fortune favors the bold. Surely they think I'm wasting time, but they'll be happy to know how much gold I'm winning at dice. Hey? Wait!
Sophia, come here!
It's an ambush!
as I imagined. Now I'm their favorite target. Ouch.
Well, a slightly battered target. Let's see what we can do.
But we will manage once again, stronger than before. Indeed. No longer call me Squire, but Knight.
This is just the beginning. And to reach the end of our journey, we have lots of hunts and adventures ahead of us. More and more challenging as we go.
But one way or another, we'll write our own story.
We set sail under the dark cloak of night. The crew was nervous because of the scuttlebutt they'd heard in old Charles Dellin's tavern. There was talk of the dead coming back to life, of damned settlements that had been turned into beasts, and of abominations that came from beneath the ocean under the command of the goddess of the seas, the powerful and fearsome Yemaya. During the crossing, a mysterious and unnatural mist covered the stern of the Lady of the South. From up in the crow's nest, Dragfoot Joss spied a dark and turbulent ship a few leagues off that was trying to catch up to us. The sight of it froze the hearts of the whole crew, except for one man, the boatswain Button-Lip Oscar. He yelled at the men to go to their posts. "Hoist those sails if you don't want to be fed to the sharks!" Little by little, we gradually left behind the threat of that cursed ship. But the calm waters soon grew angry, and as if hell itself had come up out of the abyss, we found ourselves trapped in the very center of a whirlpool. Only the skill at the helm of Black Frank and the mystical powers of our witch Pola the Rat saved us from being swallowed up. 2 days after our departure, we were still looking for our captain, Wolf Jones, who'd been captured by the Royal Marines. We hardly had any provisions left, and we'd already emptied the kegs of rum, so the crew's spirits weren't getting any better. On the horizon, we spotted a cove with a ship flying an English flag. It didn't take us long to disembark and reach the beach in the cove. A couple of redcoats welcomed us by firing their muskets. Natasha, Wolf Jones's daughter, sent their souls on their way to perdition with a couple of quick thrusts of her sword, while her monkeys searched the corpses of the wretches for booty. We pushed inland through the underbrush in search of clues to find our captain, but an unholy noise put us on guard. It came from the bottom of a small lagoon that we were walking around. And there it was, that magnificent three-headed beast, half deformed as if it were rotting away. Before we could move a muscle, the great three-headed serpent struck at the arm of Alphonse. Quickly, Clean Jack grabbed his harpoon and threw it with all his might, skewering the middle head of that Longshade, which suddenly collapsed and disappeared into the depths of the Black Lagoon. After seeing that beast, I'm not sure if my blunderbuss and grenade will be arms enough, but what I am sure of is that I'm not going to stop till we find Wolf Jones. That crazy old coot made us the most feared pirates in the Caribbean, and I'm set to go looking for him into hell itself. Skull Tales Full Sail is the pirate adventure game in which you'll experience the life of a pirate, fighting all kinds of enemies, from soldiers, cannibals, and bounty hunters, to monkey men, skeletons, and sea monsters. You'll explore islands, villas, temples, and caves in search of treasure, legendary weapons, and powerful contraptions. You can sail the Caribbean as a member of a ship's crew who have to face the dangers of a sailor's life, such as sea creatures, perilous weather, boarding parties, sea battles, and the worst danger of all, mutiny. All that to become the most feared and respected pirate of all, to become captain and to revel in everything Isla Tortuga has to offer. From drinking and telling tall tales at the bar at the tavern, and enjoying the best and most luxurious treatments at Madame Claude's mansion, to strolling along the docks in search of a bit of work to pick up a few doubloons to buy that sword you've been eyeing in Market Square, and atoning for your sins and resting in the chapel. Come live a pirate's life. Come sing on the deck of the Lady of the South under the moon's watchful eye. Come aboard and sail with Skull Tales Full Sail.
Welcome to Melville Orchard, where we will mellow your nerves. Relax and enjoy the charming views and modern facilities. Our friendly and highly trained staff provides the most attentive care. You will be partaking in a variety of activities.
Fully cooperating with your therapy group will be the key to recovery. But even if you join forces, you will never escape.
Find inner peace in our scenic surroundings.
Better stay in the isolation ward or perish. On the vast asylum grounds, danger lurks around every corner. If you resist, prepare to die.
Select from a range of rehabilitating workshops.
You can use anything you find to survive. You can upgrade your equipment with random junk, but you cannot stop the evil. Your only strength lies in your madness. Embrace it to unleash your maximum potential.
Always remember to take your meds and get well soon.
Get well soon. Get well soon.